We were trying to find something a little bit more innovative to support electoral processes along the electoral cycle. Electoral cycle that has been, since 2006, the main tools for promoting a more efficient electoral system that is not only provided 6 months, 1 year before the election, but includes intervention immediately after the election and then throughout all the years that are leading to the new electoral cycles.
When I arrived in 2008 at the delegation, what we had was the agreed country strategy paper between the government of Ghana and the European Commission, where governance was for the first time set out as one of the priority areas for support for the 2008 to 2013 strategy. And one of the areas that for which funds, substantial funds were allocated was the support to non-executive bodies. It was felt that, and also these discussions we had subsequently with Ghanaian stakeholders, it was felt that the elections were this process which is going on in Ghana was of particular importance, and also to look at how to support the process, because on the one hand, Ghana has run so well the elections that it's somehow also setting a best practice example for the continent, particularly after all the disastrous experiences from other countries. And on the other hand, it was also felt that still the elections were quite tight and there was a very strong underlying tension. And if there was not, stakes were very high, so if there was not sufficient mobilization of mechanisms and resources to make the election successful, that it could also slip into something more negative.
The National Media Commission, with its huge constitutional responsibility, did not have resources to match our work. And particularly in the last election, everybody was concerned about how the media had behaved. So we needed to address certain specific challenges: capacity of the commission, media monitoring role, the equipment and resources for that. So we began discussions. Fortunately, the delegation had also started their own analysis of the Ghanaian situation and were planning some kind of support. They received our concerns with a lot of seriousness, and in the end worked together with us to develop a project based on the needs that we had identified.
We are here also in a setting in Ghana where there is a strong ownership of all these processes by the institutions themselves. So they had already done their lessons learned activities, and they have already their own perceptions on how to address the issues that came out of the elections. So the only thing we have to do as a support body is to get into an exchange to also try and facilitate their coming together, and also to sharpen then what could be areas of intervention.
The coordination aspect, this is important. We cannot work in isolation. Like we readily mentioned, the National Media Commission, National Commission for Civic Education. You see, there should be a collaboration, because NCC will have to educate the electorate. They have to educate the citizenry on their civic responsibilities. In educating them in their civic responsibilities, our work comes in. So we have to let them know that in doing their work, these are the areas that they will have to hammer in their civic education process, whilst we do our voter education. So we have to harmonize.
The technical cooperation that we are about to begin with the European Union delegation in Accra has been quite consultative. We have had a lot of consultations between the commission members, all line directors of the commission, and the governance section of the delegation of the European Union in Accra.
Whenever you meet stakeholders in Ghana on elections, you will see that people are very committed and engaged. So it's a priority area, not only on paper. It's really something that most of the Ghanaian stakeholders you talk with are very concerned about, because it's an event that is taking place in a very short period of time, and where a lot of things matter in how it turns. And it also reconfirms Ghana's democracy.